Warning is an essential element of risk management of natural hazards. The warning system is designed to inform citizens, authorities, providers of essential services and rescue organizations in good time of any event which could have harmful consequences, so that everyone can prepare and adopt adequate self-protection measures to reduce the harmful effects and avoid dangerous situations. In the province of Bolzano, the warning system is managed by the Provincial Warning Center of the Civil Protection Agency. The activity of the Provincial Warning Center is structured in 4 phases: forecast, assessment, warning, surveillance. The Provincial Warning Center collects data from the monitoring, forecasting and surveilling of meteorological phenomena in order to evaluate the possible consequent risk scenarios. Risk assessment is based on weather forecasts by the Provincial Meteorological Service. Thanks to the weather forecast, other experts from the hydrological, geological, avalanche and forest services, based on the current situation, evaluate the harmful effects and therefore the level of risk associated with natural events. To do this, the Provincial Warning Center collects and shares a series of data and information from the various technical platforms and from a dense network of sensors located throughout the territory that ensure the monitoring of phenomena. Media hydropluviometric networks, meteorological radar network, satellite data, hydrological and geological territorial data, landslide monitoring systems, meteorological, hydrological, hydrogeological and hydraulic modeling. The Provincial Meteorological Service draws up the Special Vigilance Bulletin on a daily basis, which indicates the probability of extreme weather events in the province. The Avalanche Service predicts the avalanche danger and the Hydrology and Dams Office predicts the trend of river levels through specific models. Based on these data and modeling, the Provincial Warning Center evaluates the event scenarios and issues bulletins and warnings in which the evolution of the phenomena and the alert levels related to the expected effects are reported. In order to establish to what extent one or more expected or ongoing phenomena may be a source of damage or danger, it is not enough to establish their intensity and duration, but it is necessary to evaluate the effects they may cause. The territory is divided into warning zones, areas expected to experience similar impacts from a phenomenon. Each of these zones is assessed for an event scenario, which is the potential consequences of the phenomenon in terms of space and time. An event can have harmful effects on the population, activities, structures and infrastructures. The evolution in space and time of the harmful effects of an event is called a risk scenario. Based on a system of thresholds and indicators, the risk scenarios are associated with corresponding levels of criticality. The warning system for the Autonomous Province of Bolzano is divided into 4 levels of criticality: absent, ordinary, moderate and high, which are identified through the use of a color code: green, yellow, orange and red to indicate the level of alert. The green alert, absent risk, represents the negligible probability of occurrence of natural events. There are no foreseeable dangers for the community, even if local or individual damage can never be excluded. The yellow alert, ordinary risk, signifies the probability of small-scale events which may occur repeatedly or unexpectedly. These kinds of events can produce localized and limited damage to the population. The orange alert, moderate risk, denotes scenarios where events can be violent and persistent over entire areas of the territory, with danger for the population and the probability of significant damage and possible loss of human life. The red alert, high risk, indicates scenarios with numerous and widespread events with significant and extensive effects, with high danger for the population, and the probability of very large damage and the possible loss of human life. The evaluations of the experts converge daily in the Provincial Warning Center, which publishes the alert bulletin. The warning phase is the phase when the results of forecasting phenomena and assessing their level of risk is issued. The alert bulletin is issued daily by the Provincial Warning Center for the current day and the 3 consecutive days, and it contains an assessment of the level of risk and the consequent alert level of green, yellow, orange and red for 8 types of natural event, hydrogeological events, severe storms, floods, snowfalls in the valley, avalanches, strong winds, extreme temperatures and forest fires. Based on these alert levels, the civil protection authorities decide whether to raise their operational phase or civil protection status. The civil protection status reflects to what degree the system is activated, and is divided into 4 states. Normality, 0, absence of events relevant to the community. Attention, alpha, status when an event necessitating civil protection is anticipated. Emergency management facilities prepare for the expected scenario. Pre-alarm, bravo, an ongoing event affecting the community which involves coordinated emergency management. Alarm, Charlie, ongoing crisis situation involving widespread worsening events requiring coordinated emergency management through a unified command structure. If an orange or red alert level is expected in a particular area, the Provincial Warning Center will inform the municipalities, competent authorities and intervention forces of the territory concerned via email and SMS. The Provincial Civil Protection Authority also hold an assessment meeting to discuss and decide on the civil protection status at the provincial level. A civil protection message is sent out via an automatic transmission system by certified email, fax, email and text message to announce the minimum civil protection status to be adopted in the province. In some cases, this message, in the form of a targeted warning, can alert local authorities to critical situations without changing the civil protection status on a provincial level. The civil protection authorities, emergency services, and essential service and infrastructure providers then implement the preparatory and emergency management measures codified for each civil protection status according to their specific emergency plans. The products of the Provincial Warning System are also publicly available to all citizens on the Provincial Warning Center website, at the address alerte.provincia.bz.it, where you can consult and subscribe to the daily receipt of alert bulletins via email. Once the civil protection attention status has been declared, or during an ongoing event, the Provincial Warning Center participates in the management of the situation and provides technical and scientific support to the civil protection authorities, and to the other organizations involved in facing the emergency. To do this, the Provincial Warning Center utilizes information from the various monitoring networks, the results of forecast models, and the collaboration of experts in various sectors. This task is also supported by on-site surveillance services, which utilize personnel from operational task forces in the field to monitor the situation through direct observation. The role of these surveillance services is to identify critical situations and then report them promptly to the operational centers or competent authorities. The Provincial Warning Center reassesses the situation from time to time and issues an estimate of the development of an event and its possible resulting scenarios based on how serious it is. Risk assessments for the authorities are updated via special surveillance bulletins. At the same time, at the Provincial Situation Center, the 24-hour Civil Protection Operations Room of the Autonomous Province of Bolzano collects damage reports and information about ongoing interventions so that they can produce as accurate a picture of the situation as possible, and as a result be able to take the most appropriate measures. Surveillance continues until the civil protection status returns to normality, or when the event stops. The main task of the Provincial Warning Center is to issue daily alert bulletins regarding natural events in South Tyrol, providing the province of Bolzano with a risk assessment and the consequent alert level for 8 different types of natural events: Hydrogeological events, severe storms, flooding, snowfalls, avalanches, strong winds, extreme temperatures, forest fires. The Alert Bulletin for Natural Hazards can be accessed online at alerte.provincia.bz.it and is available in Italian, German, and English. The website provides an interactive map showing the alert levels in the province for the current day and the consecutive 3 days, which can be seen by clicking the top of the map. In the general overview, the map shows the maximum alert level for the various hazards in South Tyrol. You can check the alert level for each specific risk from the left-hand menu. The 4 colors green, yellow, orange and red are used to indicate the alert levels, which correspond to the levels of criticality and the extent of its possible effects. The color gray is used to indicate phenomena or events which are not assessed. The menu also allows you to look at information in map or table format, or to search through the archives for past bulletins. At the bottom of the page there is information about risks and advice on how to behave, more in-depth information about the provincial warning system, and several useful links and contacts. You can sign up to receive the alert bulletin via email. You can choose whether to get it daily for the whole South Tyrol, for one or more municipalities in the province, or for the 9 fire service districts. In another specific section of the same site you can also check out the surveillance bulletin for extreme weather conditions issued by the Provincial Meteorological Service, which gives a brief report on the expected intensity of a phenomenon for the current day and for the following 3 days. Anyone who looks at the alert bulletin of the Provincial Warning Center and knows what the different alert levels mean, can act accordingly. Well informed and well prepared, each of us can make an effective contribution to reducing the inconveniences and dangers associated with natural events.